The dramatic capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro last weekend raised the question amongst international analysts of what else the Trump administration might seek to do during the course of 2026. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller raised the prospect of the United States, quote-unquote, taking Greenland over the course of this year. But why the interest in Greenland? Greenland is the world's largest island. It's sparsely populated, located in the high north in the Arctic, and it's an autonomous territory of the Kingdom of Denmark. The United States has long had an interest in Greenland. Throughout the Cold War, the United States placed military bases on the island as a means of deterring the Soviet Union. The Arctic is an increasingly relevant geopolitical theater as global rivalries heat up, as well as climate change and trade considerations. If Russia or China were to ever launch an attack against the United States, going via the Arctic would be the shortest route to the US homeland. So when President Trump says that Greenland is important for US national security, he's absolutely right. One thing is for certain, any US military action against Greenland with the opposition of Denmark would be an existential threat to the future of the NATO alliance. This is Europe's worst-case scenario. At a time of heightened anxiety about the future US commitment to European security, and at a time when Russia is posing greater threats to Europe and the trajectory of the war in Ukraine is uncertain. But there are reasons also to suppose that military action might not be the outcome in 2026. For one thing, there would be the opposition of the Greenlandic population. There is a strong independence movement from Denmark in Greenland, but appetite and enthusiasm for joining the United States is relatively low. There's also domestic political concerns for the president to consider. The Republican Party was fully supportive of the action to take Nicolas Maduro, but seizing a corrupt Latin American dictator is a completely different question from potentially attacking a fellow NATO ally, and there are strong voices within the Republican Party that disagree with such a course of action. If you read The Art of the Deal, the president's modus operandi in his business dealings, and as we're learning in geopolitics, is to ratchet up pressure to maximize leverage. And it's worth considering that that might be what is happening here. The US has strong interests in increasing military basing, in striking trade and mineral resource deals. The outcome might be that a deal is reached between Denmark and the United States, whether or not that satisfies President Trump's own ambitions and the stated purpose of the Trump corollary to the Monroe Doctrine, or the Donroe Doctrine as he has been calling it, that remains to be seen.